Okay, I'm going to show y'all this evening how I pickle my quail eggs. These are from my Celadon quail. They are all blue. I have had these in the fridge. I've been collecting them and I let them sit for 7 to 10 days in the back of the fridge. Letting them age a little bit before you boil them helps tremendously on them peeling nicely. If you try to cook your fresh eggs that you've just gathered, they do not peel nicely at all. They will come apart when you're trying to peel them. And one thing I also want to mention is I do look for cracks. I had one here that I pulled out. If you try to cook it with this much of a noticeable crack, it will often leak out the white. The egg white will leak out through the cracks and make a mess. And then I do add just kind of a dash of salt to the water. That is supposed to help. If there's some that have small cracks that you didn't notice, that is supposed to help them not leak out. So that will keep it. It looks honestly like maybe that one there has a little hole. Now that it's in the water, there's air coming out. I'm actually just gonna leave it and see how it goes. But I'm going to bring these to a boil. I've got it on medium heat here. I'm going to let them come to just starting to come to a boil. I will set my timer for about 3.5 minutes, and then I'm going to take them off and put them in an ice bath, and I will show you guys when we get to that step. Okay, while the eggs are coming to a boil, I'm going to go ahead and make my brine. And this, I just add these ingredients here, whisk them up. You do not have to heat it or anything. So I just got my bowl out here, and last time I've been just using this white vinegar, but I kind of got the idea that I think this apple cider would be good in there too. So I'm going to use what I have left of this, and then the rest this. I'm going to do about 3 cups, whatever's left of this, and then just add enough of that to equal about 3 cups of vinegar. And then I don't really measure this stuff. These right here, I would probably do like a heaping teaspoon. I use this little gold spoon, and I'm going to put like, yeah, maybe about a heaping teaspoon. This here, I'll do a teaspoon of the onion powder. This one here, the deal, I put kind of a dash of it last time, and then I tried them about a week in, and I was like, they need more deal, I think. So I actually just went then and sprinkled some on top, kind of switched it around. So this time I'm going to do about at least half a teaspoon of this, and just maybe 1/4 a teaspoon of cloves, just a bit of that. And then salt and pepper to taste, maybe 1/4 of pepper and half of salt. But I would just try it. I'm going to try it at the end and kind of go off of that, especially for like the salt. So let's get to adding here. Okay, I had about half and half on the vinegar, half white, half apple cider. I've got all of my ingredients in here, and I'm just going to stir them and then just let it sit here till the eggs are ready, and then I will scoop it and pour it over the jars of eggs. So now we wait on our eggs to get ready. Okay, so I actually only ended up letting them boil for about 2.5 minutes because they steamed for so long before they actually started boiling that I figured they had already begun to cook inside. So now I'm going to put this in here and just really carefully dump the hot water I can, and then get my cold water going. And I will add some ice and just kind of let this cold water run over them for a little while until they are nice and cool. And then we will begin peeling. Okay, I've been peeling the last while. That definitely takes the longest because I've been hand peeling them. Most of the eggs, I've got 24 in each of these jars, and then my kids came through and ate about half a dozen or so of them. So altogether in the pan I had probably about 30. So now I'm just going to pour the brine over them. Like I said, I've been hand peeling them, and most of them peeled very nicely. I had a few, you can see in here, that did not peel as nice. I threw them in anyways. If you're not making them to sell them, it doesn't really matter if they're not pretty. They all taste the same. So let's go ahead and put the brine over them. My video did not record of putting my brine on, but basically I just take and mix it up again, stir it up well, and then scoop this out, pour it over it, and fill the brine right up to the rim there. And as you can see, I have a good bit left over. I have enough for a third jar, so I will just save this for my next jar. And then I will stick these in the back of the fridge. Every now and then I get them out and kind of get the seasonings down in, and then leave them in the fridge for about 10 to 14 days, and they will be good to eat.